What's up, guys? David Jersey Mayor coming back at you for week 2 of the Big 12 Conference Preview. This week I decided to do video as requested by Amari, but also the fact I have a tournament in Arkansas this weekend. I'm leaving tomorrow to go compete in for Mortal Kombat X with my group of friends in Tulsa. But last week, Texas upset Notre Dame, which I called. Not surprised there if you know the Big 12 well enough, especially Texas coming around, which I called a couple years ago when I said Charlie Strong needs about 2-3 years for his program to turn around, come back, and become the Texas program that we all know and love. Oklahoma lost to Houston. I thought Oklahoma could do it, but obviously they can't. They have too many stupid penalties, turnovers, inefficient quarterback play, and running play. So that'll do that to you. Houston's looking good. If they continue to look like this, they'll most likely be one of the couple teams going into the Big 12 if and when they expand. But let's go ahead and talk about week 2. Week 2, not big games this week, unfortunately. There's a couple of noticeable ones, but not huge like it was week 1, like we always see every year. Basically, game of the week, it was a toss-up between 2 games. But I'm going to go ahead and pick this one out. It is Arkansas at TCU, number 15 TCU to be exact. 7 Eastern, 6 Central on ESPN at TCU. Basically, Arkansas struggled last week against Louisiana Tech, but I've heard that Louisiana Tech's been bouncing around back and forth between being good and not good, and Arkansas pulled off a 1-point win against them. TCU struggled against South Dakota State for 3 quarters, and then halfway through the third, they actually finally came back and actually showed TCU what they look like. Basically, a Big 12 SEC matchup. I'm looking forward to it because I'm looking forward to the Big 12 showing why they are the Big 12. But again, people will say Arkansas is overrated and this doesn't count because they're overrated. Arkansas, it don't matter. We beat the SEC team. That's all that cares. Because apparently, ESPN has to, make the SEC look good by saying they beat 3 ranked teams week 1, but they won't mention the fact they went 7-7 in week 1, including the fact 2 teams had to play each other in the conference. So, overhyped conference by ESPN. Thank you very much. But I got TCU on this one, 45-24. I think TCU should dominate this game. They should be up there where they need to be because people have TCU as the 2nd best team in the conference, up to the 4th best team, depending on who sees the teams. My upset of the week is Iowa State at number 16 Iowa, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Sorry, what happens when you live in Central Time Zone? At the Big Ten Network channel at Iowa. We all know Iowa's an overrated team. They play a soft schedule. They don't play anyone good out of conference. They don't play anyone good in conference for that matter. Now, Wisconsin winning against LSU helps a little bit, but if that's the case, I think Wisconsin should be able to take care of Iowa, no problem. They also play Michigan. I think Michigan should be putting up points against Iowa as well. So I think Iowa is probably one of those teams that look overrated. Now, Iowa State is known for upsetting teams. They did it 2011 against my Cowboys. Sad day for me. They almost did it last year against my Cowboys. Luckily enough, it didn't happen. But Iowa State can pull some upsets if they play it right. If they can stop the run, stop the quarterback, they should have a chance. I can see Iowa State winning this 28-24. They'll pull it off late in the 4th quarter. I think it's going to happen. The rest of the schedule, I'll go ahead and just break it down by times. At 11 Central Time, 12 Eastern on Fox Sports 1. Central Michigan at number 22 Oklahoma State. My Cowboys, my alma mater. Last year, Central Michigan kept it close, and Oklahoma State picked it up in the second half. I see Oklahoma State making this a dominant game, not close like it was last year. They're playing at home, which is one of the toughest places to play in the Big 12, in my opinion. Probably top 3. But I see Oklahoma State dominating. Rudolph to Washington is probably one of the best duos in the nation. Bayer Sanders Jr. looking good last week with some kickoff returns and some running games. Defense looks sharp. Southern Lee as in state. Louisiana State, my bad. But I think they'll play better. I know next week they have Pitt, so I mean they're going from weak to okay to a more known team. But I see Oklahoma State winning this 42-21. Next is Youngstown State at West Virginia, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. Not on any channel, maybe local broadcast. West Virginia should take this no problem. You know, they're in the middle. They have been in the middle the past couple years. So I see West Virginia being the middle team this year again. They should have no problem against this team. I say West Virginia 49-14. Then 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central, Ohio at Kansas on, I guess, Fox Sports North, one of the Fox channels, where you see, your local, schools on the Fox channel. Kansas surprisingly won last week. They're ready for basketball season again. I guess Ohio team who it can be up and down. Sometimes they'll do good in the conference, and sometimes it's bad. Some people got Kansas win this. I'll go with it. I'll go with Kansas winning. Go 2-0. You don't see that often with Kansas, anyways. So Kansas will win 28-24 on that one. So that's a lookout for that. 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. I'm guessing it's the game after the Oklahoma State game on Fox Sports 1. SMU at number 23 Baylor. Baylor should dominate this game. It's Baylor, even though they've gone through a lot during the summer, lost the coach, lost a few players. They still have the quarterback and the running back and the receiver core, so they didn't lose much, but this is where I see Baylor dominating this game. They might struggle first quarter, maybe first half, but they should pick it up second half, run with it. Baylor 56, SMU 21. Next game is 7 Eastern, 6 Central on the Texas Longhorn Network. UTEP at number 11 Texas. I think that's overrated, overhyped. Number 11 Texas right there. That shouldn't be that high to begin with. They should be about number 17 in my opinion. 17 to 25 area. Texas should blow away UTEP. No problem. Texas 49, UTEP 10. Then we got 7 Eastern, 6 Central, probably a local channel again, probably on Cox here in Oklahoma. Losing Monroe at Oklahoma. Oklahoma should bounce back. They should blow away losing Monroe. It should not even be considered a match, especially with Oklahoma losing to Houston. They'll play hungry. So I got Oklahoma winning 63-14. Then the last game for the Big 12, Texas Tech at Arizona State. 10 Eastern, 9 Central on Fox Sports 1 at Arizona State. This was my other game that I was considering for game of the week because if you think about it, this sounds a little bit closer than it seems. But I went ahead and picked the TCU Arkansas game. Arizona State, it's going to be close. I think Texas Tech is one of those teams. They do good early, they struggle with conference play, and they go 6-6. They have a good quarterback, Mahomes. They have a good offense. Can they get over that hump? Excuse me. Get over the glass ceiling, basically. So, I got Texas Tech in this one. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be a high-scoring game that everybody loves so very much. Not really because people hate it. Because people are like, where's the defense? There's no defense. I love it. It's like, who's going to stop who first? So, I got Texas Tech 49, Arizona State 45. I'll probably be doing videos here and there, but you'll see more write-ups depending on what my schedule looks like. If you like more what you see, you can just subscribe to my channel. I'll also do match footage as well. I'm going to be doing more projects on the way. I got online tournaments I'm going to be hosting. I'm working with one of my best friends for local tournaments to be streaming, stuff like that. But join our group, join Sports Talk. Great place to talk about sports, great thing to debate about. Especially with me being one of the few Big 12 fanatics, Big 12 fans, that's passionate about their conference. But yeah, join our group, facebook.com/groups/sports talk with 2Ks. And join us. I also write about the Miami Dolphins. If you're a Dolphins fanatic like I am, I know we have a few in our group. Join us. We talk about them almost on a weekly basis. Talk about how they suck. How about we need to go ahead and just, kill the season. All right. Thanks, guys.